A lot of riders down with him, and this is the problem. Position, absolutely crucial.
Alaphilippe just looking across.
Oh, there's a crash on the right-hand side of the road. It's taken down a couple of Trek Segafredo riders. That's Contador. Contador himself, and that's outside the 3-kilometre marker, which would denote a neutralisation of any time distances or time gaps should there be an accident. It's not Mollema as well, is it, who's been gapped there? Certainly Contador is going to be losing time, and a bit of a chase involved as he gets on the radio, asks for help. They'll have one roundabout to go over, but it's pretty much straight all the way to the finish line from here. Oh. There's the flag rouge and a big crash into the barriers. Loads of riders have gone down there. I think all the sprinters were through and clear, so the bunch sprint will probably still happen with all the main contenders, but that was a heavy fall. Yeah, I think Kittel must have gone down. There's a well, one of the Dimension Data riders, is that Cavendish on the ground? It is, no, it's not.
I think Cavendish is there. Was it Caleb Ewan potentially? But well, I'm fairly sure Cavendish is still there. Greipel certainly
riders
there.
Riders on the radio trying to find out where their men are and who has been affected. There's Quintana, he's safely unaffected by that.
Well, here we go, coming into the last few hundred metres now. It is Groupama FDJ looking after last year's winner, Arnaud Demar. What can Demar do? Can he have back-to-back wins? Ackermann there in the white jersey of German champion. On his wheel, Clément Venturini. Now moving up on the outside of the red is Jesper Stuyven looking after. It is John Degenkolb, but Degenkolb's a little bit too far back, still about 400 metres to go. Riders opening up on the right-hand side now as well. The riders are spread across the road. Venturini is there, in the centre is Ackermann, but here's Vital Concept leading things out. Jakobsen is there, with a big crash in the centre. Oh, a big crash there. Who is now going to take this? It is Ackermann. Ackermann's looking like he's stolen a march. It is Martinelli on the right-hand side. Oh, I think Jesper Stuyven is in second position. Has Ackermann got enough? Ackermann keeps going, the German champion. Bora Hansgrohe taking. Ackermann takes the win. What a win now, but a disastrous finale for many. No doubt about the winner of the Brussels Cycling Classic, Pascal Ackermann of Bora Hansgrohe.
Oh, little stack there. So one of the Movistar riders has hit the deck quite badly.
That's Visconti.
Visconti's just come off. Just rejoining the action as well. Is his bike working? Gets a little bit of a help from a friendly spectator. So what's happened here? Just catch a glimpse of it happening on the left there. Oh, right over the handlebars. Caught the curb, but a nice soft landing. If you're going to go head over the heels, you might as well make it into a sand pit.
Greipel still biding his time, keeping his powder dry. Oh, and Matthews has disengaged from his lead-out man. Here we go then, road spreads wide, dead centre of proceedings. It's Lamprey versus Lotto. It's Greipel at the moment versus Modolo. Greipel going to go for this. Here comes Movistar, and with an option as well, picking it up. It's got to go now. Oh, we've got a fall right on the line. We said it was a pinch. They've got to keep their senses about them. Greipel's out of this by the looks of things, is he? No, not a bit of it. He goes to the barriers. He picks it up. Greipel is the gorilla, and he's feasting himself upon everybody. Absolutely everybody is an also-ran when Greipel's in this kind of mood.
Wow. There's some very uncomfortable looking riders, and that looked like a terrible injury with a distended, dislocated elbow by the looks of things. Not what you want to see. There is Alberto Contador, who got caught out, so he'll be given the same time as those who finished ahead of him. No gaps declared because of the crash in the last three. Here's your approach. Andre Greipel almost invisible in the mob right now, and there's the fall. It was a nasty one. They had to keep their focus. Others, well, were wondering what on earth was going on. Look at the power and the drive as he hits the line and takes the win he's been hunting. Super stuff by Greipel. Greipel victorious. He loves winning.
Well, Giant Alpecin rider has gone down, and so too has Yamamoto from Nippo Vini Vantini. So those two riders are down. Sorry, that's not Yamamoto. That is, yeah, Zilioli. Try and get a number from the Giant Alpecin rider. Well, it was Zilioli who forced the other two riders to go over their handlebars, since he hit the deck and they had to no road whatsoever to avoid him.
I think that might be Albert Timmer, the rider from Giant Alpecin, and there's Jack Bobridge as well, the Australian national champion from Trek Segafredo.
Clutching his ribs. They just ran out of anywhere to go, didn't they, Timmer and Bobridge, and ultimately all they could do was pull on the brakes for risk of running over the Italian rider on the deck, and that meant that they just catapulted over their handlebars and into the undergrowth almost in unison.
Oh, but look at Alexander Kristoff. He is the man to beat here. Van Poppel being brought to the front as well by Trek. Oh, we've riders down! Dear, oh dear, oh dear. You can see it happening. Now, this is interesting. With Roubaix to come at the weekend, who's got caught up with this? Maxime Daniel, the Azure Desert rider, down. Elia Viviani crashing for Sky. 81 there is Tom van Arsbroek, who's standing up and okay. Tom van Arsbroek involved in that initial crash. Sepp van Marke okay there as well, which going ahead to Roubaix is something that the team will look to see. This was the incident that led to the crash. Elbows. It was the rider from Lotto NL Jumbo. Oof. He's that rider's foot. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Tinkoff Saxo, is that Jesper Hansen? Yes.
It is.
This was the restart problem. Oh no! Dear, oh dear, oh dear. That, in fact, it's the medical car who's opened his doors, not seen Hansen coming, and he may well cost him time off the bike here. We shall see.
Ooh! Well, there we go. The first moments when Steven Kruijswijk has a real battle on his hands. Kruijswijk is down. What's the problem with his bike now? Certainly the mechanic is straight out. That's the neutral service mechanic, and they're looking at his bike, and this is a huge moment for the Giro d'Italia. It's slipping away from Steven Kruijswijk. Of course, he's got minutes to spare, but their seconds are ticking over, and his confidence will have been rattled. He might well have hurt himself. He, at one of the first corners on this descent, has come to grief. And once again he has to stop, and they sweep past him on the road. That was Kozatiev, who was helping Vincenzo Nibali on that latter sections of the climb. He's back on his bike. Is his bike in working order? And how's his legs? And how is his head, more importantly? And how much time has he lost?
Well, just as we were saying that he hasn't put a foot wrong in this Giro d'Italia, the only weakness... Oh, that was a nasty, nasty crash.
Straight onto his back, and he's flipped right over his handlebars. That will hurt if it hasn't even done him more damage than that. That was a heavy, heavy fall.
Oh, crash.
Oh, now a number of riders down here. Let's have a look. Vilja Trestina with one on the floor there from Movistar. That's not Mikel Landa. There is the Sky rider who's just avoided that. I think it's Chris Froome himself, isn't it?
It is Froome.
There's Polans from UAE Team Emirates. He goes over now, and look at Moretsko falling there, and he gets a kick in the head.
Crash.
And another rider goes down, and he brings down, well, a whole bunch of riders down, and that was close to the front. That was close to the front. There's a Lotto Soudal rider just dusting himself down. Who has gone down? How did it happen? There's another Israel Cycling Academy now. BMC have got, I think Patrick Bevin is down on the ground. What's happening here? Gaviria is down too. Now, was that as a result? Surely he was further up and away from that.
No,
I don't see.
It was very close to the front.
And it's actually Gaviria who might just touch a wheel of Mats Richesi, and Sagan obviously came down because Sagan was right on the wheel. Sagan just about gets through.
And it's going to be Model in the end who's going to be led out. Model about to come off the wheel of Bonifacio. Oh, and there's a huge crash. Down goes Ewan, but here comes Kittel. Ewan is down and a handful of sprinters with him. It's Model who's going to go. Kittel on the left-hand side. Model through the centre. It's every man for themselves as Pelucchi comes through to take the win. It's Yam Cycling on stage 2. Matteo Pelucchi taking advantage of the chaos. And it is a horrible, horrible crash that took down Caleb Ewan. That's taken down a whole other host of riders as well. Disaster on stage 2.
Wow, incredible scenes there at the finish. And it looked like Caleb Ewan just got caught, whether his handlebars got caught underneath someone. He seemed to be the first rider to go down. And in that close proximity, well, it just went from gutter to gutter, didn't it? And it stopped the entire peloton behind. But, well, that man there, Pelucchi, he didn't know what was happening behind him. Surely he would have heard it, but you do not look round, you do not take any notice. He just had the line ahead of him. He just spotted that line. He picked his moment. There we go.
We had it. First crash of this Ronde van Vlaanderen, I'm afraid. It's a rider from BMC. Now, let's look around because, of course, BMC have the pre-race favourite. Oh, Sepp van Marke is involved. Sepp van Marke, thankfully, looks all right. He's checking his mechanical stuff. He himself. Oh, no! Loads of riders down, and Oliver Narson's one of them. Arnold Demar looked as though he might have been the first to go there. Steen de Volder's involved as well. Narson cannot believe it. And that positioning, well, the battle was won by Arnold Demar, and we've got a crash at the back. We've got riders at the back. Oh, no. Oh, it's Mitch Docker, and he's in the barbed wire. Oh, no.